there have been times where I have believed there is no choice here. There is no option. I have to
Yeah.
do this thing
Yeah.
because of my own the damage to my own autonomy
Yeah.
in childhood, right? Of like
Mhm.
I was not allowed to do certain things. And obviously there needs to be boundaries. I'm not referring to like let a child run amok and do whatever they want, right? There has to be healthy boundaries.
Exactly.
But when we're
Yeah.
not allowed to have our own thoughts, feelings,
Hmm.
reactions, needs, strong desires, and our own
Yeah.
will
Hmm.
in a healthy way and decisions in a healthy way,
Hmm.
then and especially if we grow up with addictions or
Yeah.
emotionally immature parents who are not able to be there for us, then
Yeah.
our autonomy is damaged in such a way that maybe we're we turn a blind eye when somebody is exercising this kind of power in a destructive
Hmm.
way, whether we
Yeah.
go into a freeze response because it's so
Hmm.
overwhelming to us,
Hmm.
or whether we just feel like, well, this is just what always happens, and we just don't know any better. We don't know
Yeah.
that there is another way to be.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think you're hitting the nail on the head with, it doesn't have to be this either or of either, for a kid, there's no room at all for them to exercise their will or autonomy and things like that, or they're allowed to just be like this little hellion who's running amok and creating chaos. This is one of the things that I think is really hard about kids is like the time that it takes to to really create kind of these safe parameters that gives them space to develop and grow and navigate life and become the little human that they are becoming and that God created. That's hard to do, right? No parent is going to do that perfectly. So, this isn't about how do parents, meet this unattainable standard with their kids. But I think it's more a curiosity around when we have this deficit in a foundational building block of our development, not only how does it show up later, but what does it look like to restore that?
Mm,
What does it look like to go back to that foundation and do some healing work? And like you said, it's on either side of the equation, right? If we're used to not having a say, if we're used to not being able to say no, thinking that our no or our yes doesn't matter, won't be
yeah.
heard, isn't invited, right? There's so many ways that this can go that it can be really disorienting and just even foreign. And I think just also feels risky because of how much it gets equated. Autonomy, I think, can be so easily equated as synonymous with our will in a way that is synonymous with sin.
Yeah, like it's rebellion or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that it's really important to slow down with that and consider, well, maybe there are aspects of this, it's in our autonomy that we love God and love others.
Absolutely, because God did not make us robots where we have to love him. It's our choice.
Yeah.
That is at the heart of love, is that free
Mhm.
will choice.